In February 2024, the FBI responds to a request for access to their archives. The response is brief. The Marilyn Monroe file, 62 to 109,010, contains 167 pages. 47 are made public. The other 120 remain classified, in their entirety. 62 years after her death. The exemption cited? National security. A memorandum from J. Edgar Hoover to Robert Kennedy is part of these frozen pages. Its contents are unknown. Why is an exchange between the FBI director and the Attorney General still a state secret? The official version doesn't hold up. Let's look at what they've told us. And what they're hiding. On August 5, 1962, Marilyn Monroe is found dead in Los Angeles. The next day, J. Edgar Hoover orders the opening of a file. The unofficial objective, to document the actress's ties to the Kennedy brothers. John, the President. Robert, the Attorney General. On August 8, 1962, Hoover sends a classified memorandum to Robert Kennedy. Title: Marilyn Monroe, Possible Political Embarrassment. This document remains sealed. In 1975, the Church Commission reveals the extent of the FBI's abusive surveillance. The Monroe file is listed in its indexes. The corresponding pages are expurgated. In 1992, the JFK Records Act demands transparency on the assassination. The FBI obtains an exception. The Monroe file is excluded from the scope. In February 2024, historian David R. Saunders receives a FOIA response. The FBI releases 47 pages but confirms that 120 remain blocked. No periodic review. No public justification. For 62 years, the government has repeated the same story. And this story has changed 3 times. This is what we've been asked to accept. In 2012, the FBI states, all information from the Monroe file that can be declassified has been. The remaining pages only concern the private lives of third parties. No connection to the Kennedys. The National Archives chime in 2017, the JFK Records Act has covered everything. Only some minor pieces protected by privacy remain. The Attorney General's office had already asserted this in 1963, no federal agent surveilled Marilyn Monroe. In line with the Justice Department's non-interference policy. This is the official narrative. An empty file. Privacy concerns. A closed case. This is the story we've been told. Except that the documents, the ones we can still see, tell a different truth. First flaw. The government claims that the withheld pages only concern private lives. But the February 2024 FOIA response classifies them under National Security Exemption, B1. The Hoover-Kennedy Memorandum of August 8, 1962, is in this block. A direct exchange between the FBI chief and the Attorney General about an actress is not a privacy issue. It's a political operation. Second flaw. In 1963, the Justice Department swears that no federal agent surveilled Monroe. But partially declassified handwritten notes from 1999 show that an agent from the Los Angeles office surveilled her movements from August 2 to 5, 1962. His report, dated August 6, is precisely part of the 120 classified pages. The official claim is a blatant lie. Third flaw. The National Archives assure us that the JFK Records Act has declassified all Kennedy-related documents. Yet, a 1994 internal FBI note, declassified in 2016, demands that the Monroe file not be confused with documents related to the assassination. The reason for this isolation is never given. None. 3 contradictions. 0 explanation. If the FBI lied about the surveillance, what did they really find on the night of August 4, 1962? The government claims there's nothing to see. The proof to the contrary is a stack of concrete facts that need to be lined up. First fact. The FBI's physical file, number 62 to 109,010. 167 official pages. 47 are online. 120 are treated under exemption, B1 national security. Not private life. National security. Second fact. The August 8, 1962, memorandum. Signed by J. Edgar Hoover. Addressee, Robert F. Kennedy. Title, Marilyn Monroe, Possible Political Embarrassment. This document has never been made public. It's hidden in the 120 pages. Third fact. The surveillance. In 1963, the DOJ swore no agent was deployed. In 1999, a partially declassified document shows an agent from the Los Angeles office surveilled the actress from August 2 to 5, 1962. The report is dated August 6. It's classified. Fourth fact. The 1964 reclassification. The DOJ Office of Professional Responsibility Report #1972-3421 confirms it. The FBI reclassified elements of the Monroe file in 1964. Why reclassify a file once the protagonists are dead? Fifth fact. The Church Commission in 1975. The senatorial investigation lists the Monroe file in its indexes. The corresponding pages are expunged from the final report. Book 3, pages 734 to 738. An institutional black hole. Sixth fact. The 1992 JFK Records Act. The FBI obtains the total exclusion of the Monroe file. An internal note from 1994 demands not to confuse with documents related to the assassination. The reason for this exclusion? Never given. Seventh fact. The 2023 ODNI report to Congress. Hundreds of declassified Kennedy pages. Nothing on file 62 to 109,010. Not one page. Not one line. 7 anomalies. 0 explanation. The wall is consistent. It's deliberate. Retired Special Agent John F. Butler stated he saw a transcript of a Monroe-JFK phone conversation. This transcript disappeared from the file before declassification. The 120 pages are the wall the FBI built around this disappearance. But the most important document had not yet been found. If this file only contained a mundane affair, it would have been public for decades. The Kennedys no longer have the power to block the archives. So why does this wall still stand? The only hypothesis, it's not a private story. It's a matter of national security. The question is, what could Marilyn Monroe have known that would still be a threat today? What could she have seen or heard that would justify the FBI's decades-long cover-up? The answer lies in the 120 classified pages. But one thing is certain, the truth about Marilyn Monroe's death is still hidden behind a wall of national security. Today, the FBI's wall of secrecy still stands. The 120 pages remain classified. The truth about Marilyn Monroe's death remains a mystery. But the facts are clear: the government has lied about the surveillance, the reclassification, and the exclusion of the Monroe file. The question is, what are they hiding? And why are they still hiding it? The Marilyn Monroe file is a puzzle with missing pieces. The 120 classified pages are the key to unlocking the truth. But the FBI's wall of secrecy stands in the way. The truth about Marilyn Monroe's death is a question that remains unanswered. What did she know? What did she see? What did she hear? The answers are hidden in the 120 pages. But one thing is certain, the truth is still out there, waiting to be uncovered. The investigation into Marilyn Monroe's death is far from over. The truth is still hidden, but the facts are clear. The government has lied, and the FBI's wall of secrecy still stands. But the question remains, what are they hiding? And why are they still hiding it? The search for the truth continues, and the next piece of the puzzle is waiting to be found.